Yo, they say I'm live. I'm finally live. Sorry for the delay. Man, some technical difficulties. My apologies, but I am here. It's late, but I'm still feeling great. We're going to get this going. Tomorrow's a big day in the battle rap community. If anybody's in here, I appreciate it for sticking to it. But yeah, I'm not gonna try to waste everybody's time. I don't know where you at. If you on the West Coast, you still good. It's what, maybe 8 over there, 8:30. You know what I'm saying? If you're on my time, you're on East Coast time. Again, my most humble apologies. It wasn't my intent to be this late with all the battle rap talk, but yeah, man, the internet. I'm not gonna front like I'm savvy out here with what's going on with some of the changes. But yeah, I haven't been on YouTube in a minute, really like that, as far as going live is concerned. But yeah, man, it feels good to be back. I felt like I had to come live on here and talk and get these bars off, so when I give these predictions, y'all can come back and see if I was right or if I was wrong. You know, no shot at all to caffeine. I like what they do over there. What up, Battle Rap Boutique, my guy, Visual. I do like it over here though, because I want to see these predictions stick and play out. You know, that live instant gratification at caffeine is cool, but once it's gone, it's gone. So I wanted to come back here to YouTube, the home where I kind of built a support system. So yeah, we gonna get into it, man. We on the right side. Man, hey, glad you can be here. My man Menso in the building. Glad you can be here again. I don't. I think you're on the West Coast, so it's still early for you. Anybody on the East Coast, Midwest is a bit late, almost midnight. So I appreciate anybody who even cares enough to step foot in here right now. But I think it's dope. I think it's dope that y'all all showing up on the eve of Ultimate Madness round one, the right side of the bracket. If y'all seen the face offs, y'all seen how heated. I want to say damn near every face off was pretty intense. Fonz and Kruger was intense. Uh, I would say Brooklyn Hands and Hands. They talk loud. They're big guys. It wasn't really that though. It wasn't that. You know what I mean? I think salute. It's ref in the building, my man. Hey, if you see my new graphic, you see my new logo, it was made by It's the Ref, Referee Nelson, the manager of Fonz, who's in a tournament. He is so dope. He's made so many of your favorite covers and flyers in battle rap. If you like, you guys in media that's here, Visual probably do his own. But anybody, if y'all here and y'all think y'all need some artwork, some touch up, holla at him, man. He's incredible. My man Dre is in the building. 540 was good. But yeah, man, a lot of intense face offs. I feel like hands in hand. They was just talking loud, but it ain't really that. Brooklyn Hands didn't really take them too serious, but the other ones, Ace I mean, with this whole plan, like he got something on Bad News that's making him nervous. He's alluding to. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Um, if he ends up pulling a big K on him, that'd be crazy. Like if he hit him with some big K Adi Boom type material, that's gonna look away. I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think he's just trying to. I think he's just trying to shake him up a bit. I don't think. I don't know. Then again, I don't know. Who am I to call Ace bluff? Right? Like who's to know? Uh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to see. But I do want to say that I think these battles on the right side is going to be far better than the battles on the left. Uh, I do think the, these battles are going to be competitive, and I think that it's going to be probably four. 3 out of the 4 we're gonna have high replay value for. So I'm gonna start off with Fonz and Kruger. You say you think it was a mind game. I think it was a mind game too. Um, I want to say I'm going to go with Fonz, and I'm not saying that because Ref hooked me up with the logo. I know that shit guy, but I was going with Fonz beforehand just because I feel like he's a little more well rounded. I do think his aggression will tip over and be a factor. I know Kruger can get loud and bark with punches, but I just think, he's a big boy. It's a different type of talk. If y'all see, they was in close proximity, dark room. It looks away. Sometimes the visual is just as powerful as the actual material. And I think when you combine all of that, I think Fonz is a problem. And I know, and it's a good thing because sometimes you're rolling with the unknown. A lot of people still haven't seen Fonz. A lot of people, most people have seen a lot more Jay Kruger than Fonz. So I'm pretty sure Kruger would be the favorite, overwhelming favorite, or even if it's by a little margin. But I'm cool with that. I've seen enough Fonz over the past year and a half, 2 years, to be comfortable with picking him in this battle. I think it's going to be close. This might be one of the battles that come down to the fan vote. Again, my man, Let's Talk Battle Rap Francis in the building. Again, what we have to realize is when we're picking these picks, it's not to a degree. It's who's better, who you feel is better, but it's also who do you think the judges is going to go towards. I think Fonz is going to really implement more of that OG street talk that will cater to somebody like an Uncle Ra, and really cater to guys like Knowledge and those people who are kind of more into the I want to be a little more wild with somebody who's direct and bold. So it's tough, but Kruger has a direct style in the way he punches. It's not so coded like a Rum Nitty or anybody like that. It's very accessible. You get it right away, even though it's still dope. It's still tailored, crafted pretty well. So that could play a part too. I don't think he's gonna be over the head, or as Uncle Ra called them, filler. He called real sick and Jay Nightwing some filler rap. I didn't appreciate that at all. It's just like we just cancel. We can't cancel good rhyming. We can't start doing that. My man King Ro in the building. What up? From the D, man, my guy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Fonz, man. I think it's gonna come down to the wire, and I think Fonz is gonna edge it out. I just don't know if Kruger can go the distance with his style just yet. I think he's close. He's trying to close it in on mastering the punching ability, the rapping ability, some nice little street tales here and there. But at the end of the day, man, Fonz, he wants this, man. He wants this. They both want it though, and that's the good thing. I think this is going to probably be the standout battle of day 2 for round 1. In my opinion, I think Fonz and Kruger are going to light shit on fire. I hope it's not the first battle. Because when Jay and Sick was the first battle, it went pretty much downhill from there. So I want to end on a high. If we're gonna we're gonna close it out with a show. The battle that's bracketed after that is very interesting. It was a lot of heated talk. I didn't know they thought that I didn't know they felt this way about each other, bro. I didn't know they felt this way about each other like that. Easy to Block Captain versus Don Marino. You rarely hear dudes say each other trash and mean it. Like, I've heard Verb say dudes ain't good. I don't think he means it. I've heard Mav say I don't think they like. There's real disdain between Easy and Don. Easy feels like he's a culture vulture, like he's not that nice, like he gets close to anybody who can help him leverage himself in battle rap. Meanwhile, Don feels like he's living off of old raps that he no longer lives right now. Like he's rapping off of a old lifestyle that he no longer lives. Meanwhile, Don kind of stated and reiterated time and time again that the life you're rapping about, I'm currently living. So we are gonna have a really good clash with that one. I feel like based off the conversation that they had and some of the jewels that were dropped about, payola for battles and I've been in this game longer. I feel like one of them might revise like some of their material because I don't think they knew that they was gonna talk like this to each other. Not in the face off, but this is another one that I feel like it could come down to. Hey, Stevie Gambino, the chica, what up? What up, sis? I think my man Easy is gonna have a lot more to say to Don than Don's gonna have to say to Easy. I feel like Don is gonna have a lot of general stuff. He even said now he could be playing possum. He said when Easy said you're gonna have Mexican bars and all that. He said one round, first round. He said gonna get him out the way in the first round, the Mexican bars. To me, I feel like he shouldn't have said that. I feel like it all that whole Mexican bar stuff. I know that's your go-to. That's your showtime. That's your uh, you know, all your go-to, your finishing move, all that, right? But I feel like in this setting, you can't waste material with that. I feel like it'll be a waste. It'll be a detriment to your round. They don't want to feel like they know what's coming, and you kind of just telegraph that. So again, hopefully he's playing possum with that. We'll see. Minso said, I think Uncle Rob became judgmental after Jay versus Sick. To be honest, after that battle, it wasn't 25K material. Um, interesting. Man, I want to see it. I want to see a show between Easy and Don. With that being said, you got Cortez talking to talking about the judges between on Don. You got Don claiming that. I hope that wasn't true. They said Tony Bro already picked Easy and he's a judge. Like he picked him to win already. That's a little. That's a little. That's not cool. I would if I was a judge, I would like whoever I think is going to win. I would keep that close to the vest. I wouldn't like. I don't know, but he's got stock in the game and people trust him. People value his opinion, so hopefully everything's on the up and up. But I would just, even if I know I'm on the up and up, I would still just, I don't want it to even appear. Because what if you really feel like Easy won? It's still gonna look away, even if you at your most sincere. So I wouldn't even put that out there. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna actually edge Easy with the upset. Although I'm starting to see more people come towards the side of Easy as well. I think that some people are just picking Easy because they want him to win. Because let's face it, Don is a polarizing figure. Some people just don't like him. Some people feel he's overrated. Some people do agree with Easy that he's kind of got the silver spoon, whether it being when Norbs was there, and now he's teamed up with NWX, one of the most powerful. I was about to call them factions, like they're wrestling, like it's wrestling. That's my wrestling bag, factions. But powerful teams in battle rap. So, it's tough. It's tough. You said, Stevie said, I hope the fan tiebreaker is utilized better tomorrow, and I think it will be. I think we already seeing proper adjustments by Caffeine and the people working under the URL staff from Genesis till last week. There was a vast improvement in production quality, timing. Hey, let's give it up for them getting done within like 2.5 hours. What was it? Started at 4 and then it didn't even. I think it was ended before 6. Right? It was like they didn't waste no time. They didn't waste no time. Maybe less than that. Like I don't know. Let's talk battle rapping here. Y'all the stat guys. Y'all let me know what time the end time on that that pay per view. As far as Ultimate Madness went last week, but it was quick. They was getting them in, they was getting them out. I like that. So, I trust Caffeine and, like I said, URL staff to do a really good job. And the fan tiebreaker probably will be improved. I heard that they said, because I didn't see it. I didn't even see the fan vote. I didn't know where you could see it at. I was just like, was there some fans that they got like in the building? Like I thought they had like, so it was crazy. But yeah, they apparently Jay went first. Like his name went up first, so people got in all the votes. So about time that they went to the judging, Sick just couldn't catch up because his name like appeared second or whatever. So like Jay apparently had a head start to a degree, but they gonna get that right. Ref, my man Ref. Oh, Viduel said a lot of Don haters. He's nice. He's good. He's good. He's definitely good. He deserves he's URL caliber. What tier he's in, we still don't know yet. But and I'm not the one like because you level up against Geechee, like I don't put you in that tier yet. I just feel like you had a moment, and like some mid tier guys can rise up on occasions, but the consistency of a top tier guy is year round all the time. And against Swamp, he let us fall off the gas. Like there's been moments where you've seen big errors in this game, big flaws. The setting favors easy more, no crowd up close and personal. I likes Don aggression tonight, though makes me think he'll manage. What's say? Though makes me think he'll manage solo. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, Don was really intense. He's making no bones about it, man. He is here for that 25K. Like he's willing to do whatever. Easy gonna try to really humiliate Don tomorrow. I hope this is something I hope too. Even though, like I said, I'm gonna go with Easy. I'm gonna edge Easy in this one, but I hope he doesn't conform a little bit. Sometimes you see people like Rubando let me down, even though he advanced. Second round, he's trying to like implement jokes and stuff that really wasn't in his character. Now maybe he did that because he has a personal relationship with Gunpowder Pat, so he felt like he can like angle and touch on like and crack jokes on him in the second round. But I feel like you're just so not there yet to bring that in your arsenal. You gotta brush up on that. You gotta hit the underground circuit, work on it, then bring that to the big leagues. I hope Easy isn't about to like spend a good portion of his round trying to clown Don. Make him feel. Yo, my man Tim Nelson. Good to see you back, brother. Good to see you in the chat. Don more battle tested, plus he seems more hungry. Yo, look, Tim. You know how many people were crazy picking Lou Castro? Look, I gotta pick an underdog. I can't go chalk the whole time. Led, you know what you're talking about. How are you making this decision? I'm because Tim, I know what because Tim, you're a logical guy like me. We know skill set wise, Don has more tools. But when it's a judge battle, it's really not open for interpretation and discussion. It's based on what the judges like. So Tim, let's put it like this. Let's say if the judges was like, let's say I wouldn't say Cortez because he had picked Don by default. Let's say the judges were like direct, Steams and somebody like that. Like I feel like they would pick Don because it's lyrical, it's a little more clever. But I feel like Ra and Knowledge is going to love that OG street grimy talk that Easy possesses, man. Like it's out of my hands. What that dude say. It's above me now. It's above me now. It's not up to me. I think I'm I'm trying to be right with these predictions because I was so bad last week. Last week I learned a lesson. I was picking based on my non-judges who I think is going to win. I like totally just forgot the judges have a whole different bag of what they look for. So I did terrible last week. This week I'm picking based on who I think the judges are going to pick. All right, and I think the judges are going to lean towards Easy. I think maybe Rita and or Knowledge, maybe Rita or Tony not picking. Tony, now I can't see Tony picking Don, but I can see maybe Rita picking Don. But outside of Rita, I just don't think his style is going to really grab Uncle Ra's attention. I don't think it's going to make Knowledge go crazy. But I do think what Easy talks about, will grab their attention, and he may ultimately get the nod. And then let's say it's a draw, right? Yo, Tamaje or T Mage, I don't know what's good, brother. But let's say it goes to the fan vote. Do you think the fans are going to pick Don? I can't see that either. So I feel like he's kind of in a lose-lose, even though he wants it really bad. And I talked to him when I was on Caffeine with the little live stream, and he came through and told me how bad he wanted it, how hard he worked, and the material he got, how crazy his first round is going to be. But all in all, I just don't think his material is everybody's cup of tea. And, although the one thing he does have going for him is his style is catered for the 2 minutes, whereas Easy is going to have to make some type of adjustments that we seen Jay the Nightwing make. And Jay the Nightwing isn't in the same category here because it wasn't so much he's storytelling, right? But it's just more so his deliberate pace. He just had to pick up the pace. And I think that's what we kind of got fooled by. Like, it wasn't he takes too long to get to the point. He got to pick up the pace. With Easy, he's going to have to pick up the pace, and he's going to have to edit a lot of that storytelling out. So I'm gonna go with Easy, man. I just think his material is more suited for what the judges like, and that's what it's going to be about. All right. Yeah, I did awful with my picks last week. I think we all did. I don't know who had a successful bracket last week, besides maybe one person. I forgot who he was, but shout out to him. It's gonna be crazy. But I'm looking forward to that battle a little bit more than I was going into it. Like when it first was announced, even last week, I was just like, it's gonna be a good battle. But now the face off, and face offs can fool you. Maybe I'm being fooled again. Who knows? But I'm going to roll with Easy in that one. Next matchup, Brooklyn Hands versus Big Hand. Big Hand, you're barking up the wrong tree. I felt like even in the face off, you seem a little antsy, and he has like the propensity to have a big moment and have tons of dry spots. If you watch Big Hand enough, it's a roller coaster ride when you watch him. Whereas Brooklyn Hands, I feel like he can steady the ship even when his material doesn't hit. And I think that's a quality that you're going to need within 2 minutes of material. Oh, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Tim and France. Y'all know y'all my guys. Even though me and France have, like, the most interesting and kind of elongated back and forth on Twitter, but it's always love, man. Yo. So anyway, like as I was saying, tooth over lead. I ain't mad at that, man. Look, man, To be mentioned in any circle, I'm grateful, man. I'm just here talking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I think Han is in trouble. I think Brooklyn Hands just has a little more sophisticated style to go with his street talk. I feel like right at this stage in Hands' career, in Big Hand's career, I still think he's more bark than bite. He's still more growl than substance, and I think Brooklyn Hands has that beautiful combination of aggression, a real authenticity when he talks, but still lyrical, still can put stuff together pretty well, and it got some type of seasoning and poise to it. And I think when you're when you're in this type of contest, you got to have some poise. I think if I look back to Kid Chaos versus Luke Castro, I felt like Luke Castro pacing was perfect. I felt like while everybody was trashing Kid Chaos, not trashing but saying he was too wordy and things like that, it really was his pacing. And he even said he agreed with me when I told him, like, on Twitter. To me, it was just you felt like you knew that your punch was coming, so you were like racing through your material in order to get to your punch. And when you're racing through your material to get to the punch, a lot of words don't come out clean. Like your diction is not there. And then when we hear the punch, it's a nice punch, but we didn't like the lead up to it kind of falls flat. I feel like you got to have all of that, man. But I got I got Brooklyn Hands in that one pretty clear too. I don't think he ready yet. Brooklyn Hands has never won a battle, but he's never lost either. That makes some sense actually. I get what you mean, bro. I get what you mean. Hands was my pick. Big Hand has no chance, says Tim. Are the judges in the building? Who gonna tell his he lost those? Yo, well they weren't in the building last week. I don't expect them to be there again. But that's a good point. It's gonna be hard to tell Brooklyn Hands he lost. He gonna want to walk at you outside. But yeah, yes, Chaos was 100 miles a minute. Yeah, he agreed with me though. He agreed with me. Minor fix though. That's a minor tweak. He gonna make adjustments and he'll bounce back. I can't wait for him versus Sick. That's another topic for another day. Oh my. But yeah, so Brooklyn Hands to move on, and finally the last matchup I want to talk about. We seen what if y'all was there, they went live with the face off. Ace Amin coming out. Ace Amin, man. Well, he's really good at this. He's really good at this part of the game, man. That's all you can say. He's really good. A showman. He knows where the cameras are. Ultimately, it's going to come down to your material. Can you get your bars off? Can you get your round off? And it's kind of weird because the same way I feel like how Don may be more well rounded and gifted than Easy. Easy gonna it's kind of got that talk that maybe the OGs like a knowledge and Uncle Rob may like. I kind of feel that way with Bad News. I feel like his stuff is going to be a little more simplistic, a little more straight to the point. And I don't know. I've been torn. When this battle first came out, I said, "Oh, Ace is going to 30 him." That's exactly what I said. Then I gave it some time. I said, "Wait." Then when they came out with the judges, I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And then, I gave it some more time. I said, "Well, wait. Yes, Bad News has the ability, but Bad News, he hasn't been really bad. I don't remember his last two battles in a row. I know he had Twerk. Before Tim might know, Tim Nelson, the genius. Follow the genius, man. He got all the stats and numbers, and he got, well, let's talk battle rap, got all the stats and numbers. But who was his battle before Twerk? I can't recall, because I know he battled Chess, and that was a good performance. I feel like there was a battle in between that I'm missing. Was it Swave? Did he go chess, Swave, then twerk or something like that? Because I remember him battling Swave, and I thought he beat Swave. I thought it was very debatable, in my opinion, between him and Chess, and until midway in the second round, I thought Chess just hit a different gear. But Bad News was really good. Bad News was really good. And then versus Twerk, he was pretty good. He's pretty like that whole joining with Cave Gang or make you better roll out, to me it hasn't failed yet. It really hasn't failed yet. Like, I'm not lying. Like, you've seen the evolution of chess with Cave Gang. You're starting to see it because he isn't as skilled as chess. It happened a little bit slower, right? It took his time with Bad News. He had to get the kinks out, the battle with Swamp and stuff like that. But he's starting to slowly find his place, find what he's good at, find his strengths, and make it stick. So Battle Super Black. I knew I missed one. I seen a bit of that, but I was like, I was either at work or I was with somebody. I don't know, but I do remember that. If y'all can let me know if he fared well with that or not. But excuse me. I've liked the evolution of him a little bit. He's been showing me that he's ready to take the next step. So this could either be the breakthrough that we've people been waiting to see with him, or this can kind of be another setback. As for Ace Amin, I feel like he actually needs this more than Bad News. I really do. If he lose the like, if he lose the Bad News, like, it's not gonna matter the antics he pulled. It was nasty work. It was like when you say wait, because you know how nasty. Like, it was nasty work. Like he did Super Black nasty, or it was nasty work. Like, it was an underwhelming performance, but he still won. Like, what do you mean by that? He had Swave after chess. Okay, yeah, I figured he did because I figured that chess battle was pretty early. Yeah, and I had him beaten. Like, low key, his year wasn't that bad. He became a laughing stock for no reason. I thought he beat Swave. I thought he beat Jay Murder. Um, Ace better not choke. Um, I'm a little concerned with that. I'll be alive if I say concerned. I'm not concerned with that. My man E, Echo the Light, who, we all know in the battle rap circles as E I mean, because they look alike, and he just really thinks highly of Ace, not just as a battler but as a person. They got a good relationship. Underwhelming, but he still won. See, I figured that. Super Black is not going to bring out, and there's no shot at Super Black. I'm sure you're an outstanding citizen outside of battle rap, but he's not the one that's going to light a fire under you. But News gets too much hate for the Swamp loss. That's fair. He maybe he does, but at the same time, when your reputation was to a point, let's be honest, his reputation up until that point was he only shows up. This was the template to get the best out of Bad News, friends. I'm talking directly to you. This one, the template at the time to get the best out of Bad News, it had to be a big name on bullpen. That kind of was the talk heading into that Swamp battle. I said it at nauseum, and they was like, no, no. I'm like, watch him versus Swamp. He's going to be underwhelming, and he was. He wasn't good. He had a few moments here and there, but he wasn't good. But if you look versus Chess versus Tay Rock, that was the formula to get the best out of Bad News for a period of time. But not let's talk battle rap, but top tier. Brother, I've seen you on Twitter. I really I really never even spoke about you. So nope, not me, brother. I let y'all do y'all thing. I don't know what's yeah. That's not me. I'm not that media, brother. Uh but yeah, I just feel like that was a formula. But I do think he's fought off that label. So even based on that though, I'm gonna go against my better judgment and pick Ace. I've this is going to be my last time for a long time picking him. He don't really help me out when I do predictions with him winning, but I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with my better judgment. I feel like he's better, and I don't feel like Bad News got enough tools to really wow the judges. I almost feel like he's a little too like I felt like Don Marino and Easy battle, and I picked Easy because I feel like his stuff would be a little more accessible, and the street talk is a little more relatable. And while Bad News got that same basic street talk, I don't think it's as dynamic as when Easy speaks. Like I don't think he's putting stuff together as vivid. Like Easy got that vivid street tale talk. Bad News is kind of surface level with it. So I don't think he's almost going to be too basic for the judges. To where Ace Amin, yes, he raps with a pace, but I feel like he has the ability to slow it down. I've seen him in spurts, like implement jokes. He's more wittier than people give him credit for. He can be straight up aggressive. Like he got other dimensions than just rapping fast. Is he going to get through his material and not feel the pressure? That's the one thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ace. I'm gonna edge it to Ace. Uh, I hope I'm not let down by this. I hope I'm not let down by this pick. At the worst, I should go two. At worst, I should go 2-2. At the worst, I should go 2-2. So again, my final picks are Fonz, Brooklyn Hands, Easy to Block Captain, and Ace Amin. All right. So that means, and I'm hearing, can you guys confirm anybody out there, whether it's friends, whether it's uh, anybody else, Tim, whether it's Stevie Gambino, I'm hearing that the way the brackets are set up, it is going to be the original way it was intended. They're not going to like put everybody's name in a hat and read and re-bracket people, which is what I was hoping. Like keep it the same, because I feel like if you try to change it up, to the untrained eye, it's going to look like you're trying to like what would be your reason for doing that? Like who are you trying to give an advantage to by doing that? I don't like that. Just don't tamper with what you made. All right, just keep it a buck. Keep it the way it is. Y'all already created the bracket. Like just let the bracket play out and let's see what goes on. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. So if the bracket is how it stands and the next round you have it as listed, that means you will get a Fonz versus an Easy. You will get a Brooklyn Hands versus Ace Amin. Whew. You talk about intense. That's going to be intense. And Brooklyn Hands versus Easy would be dope too. So I'm looking forward to that. Ace, if he don't choke, says my man Menso, Stevie, no, they keeping it the same. That's good. Yeah, I heard so. I just wanted to confirm. Does the envelope matter? That's a good question. My man T Mage says mind games. Is it mind games though? Is it mind games or is it some validity to it? Now everybody think it's going to be on the same line, along the same path as what Big K did with the brother Boom, man. I don't think so. The bracket is how it stands. I was wrong on that info last week, dog. Yeah, Flavor, that was you who told me that, dog. You had me tripping. It's all good, man. It's all good. Players make mistakes. You good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that though. I don't think it's something about him being an informant allegedly or anything like that. I don't know what it could be. Could it be he found out something about a girl? Could it be a relationship related? Could it be some I don't know, some wild picture he found. Like it could be anything. I just think people are quick to jump to that based on Ace I mean saying I'm uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable around somebody, usually you're uncomfortable around somebody because they've, been running their mouth or something like that. If he's alluding to that, I feel like that was a bad game plan to bring that up at the table. If it's real, if it's legit, whatever it is, you bring that bombshell at the moment of the battle. Same thing with when Fonz. Another thing I didn't like when Fonz was alluding to the Adi Boom about Jay Kruger hanging with Adi Boom. That would have hit so hard in a battle if you structured it right. Like now, we all kind of feel like he's going to touch on that subject now. So you guys gotta kind of game plan better when you go into these face-offs. Don't give too much away. Don't give anything away. Ace threw that 5 down like the envelope was a definite win. He did. But again, it may be good for a round. Now that round could sway the battle if it's 1-1, but you better bring all three with some potent material, or that's the only round you might get. So I don't know, but I know I'm looking forward to it, man. I am looking forward to it. Like my whole day is gonna be focused on that. I will be going. I don't know. Let's see if I go live. I'm not doing so. Last week I was going live with these quick after the battle little recaps. That didn't fare too well because one, the judging process took a minute, and the minute I get into like my talk, they was quick with going to the next battle. So I'm probably going to scrap that idea. Maybe just do when the whole battle is over, after people get their bearings, then go live. May go here, may go back on caffeine. Who knows? But it's going to be a little different, and I'm just looking forward to it, man. So those are my predictions. It's 12:13 a.m. here. About to call it a night. And man, I want to thank y'all. I didn't even believe I was gonna get 2 or 3 people in here, let alone I don't know how many in here right now. Maybe like a good 4 or 5, 6. But I appreciate every last one of y'all. Even if y'all were just stopping in and say what up and leave, y'all know I'm more than grateful, man. I just love doing this, love chatting with y'all, man. And hopefully, when this whole pandemic is over with, I can see some of y'all at some events at some time. Right now I'm staying local though. I'm staying local. I gotta tap. I always say my thing is I treat this like, how can I put this? I treat my job with being in media right now like a head football college coach, whether football, basketball. You go to a school, you want to build around that state first. Like you recruit the top players from that state first, then you go nationally. So now I'm working on, like I said, anybody can die battle league here in Michigan, all the other leagues that come here in Michigan, Alpha League in Detroit. And then, once all of that is settled and I make a real big splash here and a big staple here, I'll start branching out more outside of the area. But, you got to start from within and then branch out. So that's the logical game plan. We'll see if it works. But, it's all good. To my man Nelson, to France, to my man Visuel, to the great Stevie Gambino, Flavor who came through, Menso, my dog. Even the Tooth came in here. My man T Mage. And if I forgot somebody else, I'm extremely, extremely sorry. But I think that's about it. I appreciate everybody. Oh, referee Nelson again. Check out referee Nelson and his graphics and his edits and his flyers. He's really dope. I appreciate all y'all. Have a good night. Sleep well. Be blessed. And as always, keep it battle rap. Love.